the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. To kick off, here's Ryan Stonehouse. And we're off and running from Western New York. He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Travel shot with a run by Charbonnet. And the power play up the gun only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
To go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. That's caught. Here's that Charbonnet. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, so now they face a 4th and 4. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He's got this at the 27. And he's brought down before the return gets far. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And the Bills will take over possession. Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
Get some momentum, hero. Yeah, let's make some good plays today. Run it in for a touchdown.
First 10 of the game for James Cook. Here we go. Right away. We've got a loose ball. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Did not want to start like that. They get their shot to show what they can do, and they cough it up immediately, and they're off the field in one play.
Did you see what I saw there, Kate? I think I saw the excitement leave their body as somebody else was on top of that fun ball. If you're the type to believe in omens, this is a very worrying start to this game.
And he's tackled for a short gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs, against the better defenses in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Working inside the red zone. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. After a good pickup. They're set up with second and short. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He's on the move. And he gets it right behind the line on this one. It's
QB, this guy can run. And it wasn't a linebacker or DB that chased him down. It was a big old D tackle. Tip of the cap to you on big man.
just getting away before the hit. It doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Going back, coming up.
Well, that's one he chalked up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Smith able to put it through. And they're on the board.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Not like we can freeze the defense. We gotta make a play here.
Now Allen off the play action. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
I can't believe this.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
6, baby. Get 6. All right. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He finds his man, it's Keon Coleman. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Time to shine, offense. Put down the points on the scoreboard. All right, let's control the trenches.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Finds Kincaid. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Keep up with their attack, offense.
Looking from the gun, it's Allen. Looking sideline, that's Coleman. It's a pickup of 26. That's good for Bills 1st down.
Keep driving that defense backwards.
Get that 1st down, fellas.
From the red zone now. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So it's second down coming up.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. He finds Kincaid. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Alert! Keep the pressure on.
Allen on third down. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills won 6-3 in the first. Joey Sly on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's going. Bills take a 4-point lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30.
Let's go.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shove it in there, up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
On second down, around with Charbonnet. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Ed Oliver there to make the stop. Nothing for them on second down, and now it's 3rd and 1. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get back to Orchard Park after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. They'll be set up with 3rd and only 1. Another carry for Charbonnet. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Titans will have a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Play action on first down. And this one's up there, but a little too far up there. Looking for his wide receiver there. So second down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Here's a throw. Pocket isn't holding out. They're able to drop it. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. That sails over his target, incomplete, and now it's fourth down.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
And not only does he go in the wrong direction, but he's stopped for a net loss on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Defense is asleep. No mental mistakes out there.
Play action now, Allen. That one's complete, right side. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Baby, get 6.
Allen setting up play action. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with him in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Alert, alert, alert.
Trying this one up the gut. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that. A guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
1st down, ball at the 36.
Time to shine, fellas. Half 85.
Allen on the play action. He rolls to his right. And he's got it, but didn't stay in bounds. Oh, hold on. There's a flag on the field goal. Let's listen.
Not what I saw.
We watching the same game? You blind? Are you looking at?
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Right now! Let's go get
Get out of here with a win,
Back to the air, Allen. Gets this to Kincaid. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Brandon Jones up for the stop.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Keep it rolling, boys. That's it. Keep it rolling. We want some offense. Let's go. Look out.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Play action now with Allen. That's Kirby on the marker. He pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Slot man in motion right. Allen now on 1st down. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he's marked down 22-yard line.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the 32. Kansas fullback. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They get 18 yards out of it.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Trying an option here, play to the left. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills now lead by 10. Josh Allen the touchdown. Here's Slide to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. Rams drive their lead to the 30. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing up the play fake here. Pass complete. 2-2 Atwell. And he got this close to midfield before going out. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn a good play into a great play.
This is hauled in by Atwell. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. And throwing it again. And he can't wheel it in. Incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
First down from the red zone. Cutting the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1.
When you watch the Combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Charbonnet will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play. Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. Look to throw. Pocket isn't big enough. They're able to drop it.
Never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Throwing again, and he goes down again. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Yeah, that's what I call an absolute no-no. I mean, that just can't happen down here in the red zone. You've got to find a way to get rid of football because now you're not only outside the red zone and you put some points that you thought were a guarantee, with either a touchdown or field goal, now a little bit in limbo. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Has it at the 11. They pull out the reverse. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
This could be the turning point.
Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line.
Run it in for a touchdown!
On first down, Allen. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
It's like a row of tents. Unstoppable.
He'll throw it. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson has it. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. A final throw before the break. First play is going for it to the end zone. They get it right back. That's intercepted. This is on return. They could get this back. And this is scooped up by the Bills. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Here's Reichard, set to kick this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets him into a good spot, just a yard or two shy of the 40-yard line.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
Now Allen off the play action. He lets one fly deep downfield. And he makes the wait. No, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be second down.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. You got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
56, 56. They can't stop us. Monday.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Allen setting up to throw. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target, and he could play on it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Complete via Walker. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being sacked. 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Put some points on the score. scoreboard.
They kick the running back in motion. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Has him on a quick hitter. He'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Third down, 1 yard to go.
So demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost. He busts those tackles.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Be patient.
Short, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans. There he goes on the right side. 40. Hits the 20. And this return will reach the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans cut into the lead coming out of halftime. That was awesome. The return became a question of, does he have enough steam to make it back before someone runs him down?
That is the most sprinting we're going to see him do on a football field. Maybe his whole life. That distance, a whole lot more than the few yards he's usually running towards the quarterback in the pocket. He had enough to reach that goal line. You're darn right he did. He could sense it, and he wanted it.
In a tight game, they turn to the run, and it rewards them with 2. We're all tied up. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return score, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, this is going to come out. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Middle. Defense can't stop you.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tyreek Stevenson getting up to track that one down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Looking from the gun, it's Allen. This one will be intercepted. And the Titans are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's on the move.
You know, that play is so indicative of what we see in training camps all over football. Pursue. Blanketed coverage on the back end, and look at that defense fly. No gain on the play. It very much feels like a sack for that defense.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. set it down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
On first down, this is Charbonnet. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you've got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
Third and long from here. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked up by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career.
Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that hit.
There's room into the secondary. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills parlay the interception into points. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. Sly gets the ball to go. And the Bills bring that tie. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Nicole Hardman now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Charbonnet. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, no look to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans cut it to 1 late in the 3rd. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Titans tie this game at 21.
In it to win it.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. He'll take this at the 10. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. first and 10.
That's trouble been made of offense.
He's pushing that rock down the field.
Take it to him,
Throwing now from the gun. They get to him. He launches the football. It's out. Throwing now on first down, Allen. He finds Kincaid. And he's going to end up out of bounds, which will end our third quarter. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's all knotted up at 21. Plenty of scoring here as we begin the final quarter. To the line we go. They're set first and 10.
Take it all the way!
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Short pass, Bryant. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, O! Let's go, O!
Complete to Coleman. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Hold the clock here. All right, let's control the tension.
Allen gonna throw again. Connects with Cook. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. It's a very important field goal for Joey Slye. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. Flying down the heart of the lane. It's good.
For the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
First down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate. And that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Again, it's Chavez. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Here comes the Titans punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he's calling for a fair catch, which is made at the 33-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
We were looking at a big game. A missed opportunity to push their offense and a great play on the other side to deny the throw.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to the air. Allen. Gets this to Kincaid. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and just 2 to go. Let's come in here. Allen. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. The Bills with a punt team out there. And this will be his 1st effort of the contest. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Handoff now to Charbonnet. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Gotta be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 23. He'll take this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Back to throw it. Okonkwo brings it in. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Desperation time here on 4th. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Here's a give to Cook. And he won't win the race to the outside. That one's bubbled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they Got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills holding on to a field goal lead. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Allen. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Cade, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Here he is to throw. Especially late in a close game like this.
It's an easy three. I can't look. And make that mistake.
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. Extra point is up. Rams make it a 10-point ball game. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. To throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow. Such a negative play.
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10, gotta score immediately here. Only one timeout left, and that clock winding down. Here he is to throw. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
There was a window there for a moment. Boy, did they close the gap before that throw could arrive.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Looking to throw it. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Tyler Elam makes the play. And the Bills take the second interception of the season.
Coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect a timeout coming any moment now. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.